This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning in to another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. Folks, MLB trade line passed. Got a mention on that. But we're going to start off with some NBA. And we're going to school. Yes, we are. As LeBron James' I Promise school is under attack. Why? Let's analyze. LeBron James opened up a school in Cleveland, or is it in Akron? He opened a school called the I Promise School in Cleveland for underprivileged, underserved, and, as they say, at-risk youth. And he's under attack right now because they're not doing so well. They're not doing so well. Out of 5 stars, they're a 1-star school. And in math, the 8th grade class, how many people passed the state exam? They're saying 0%. In 8th grade, in 7th grade, 0%. So when I heard this, I'm like, it is in Akron, so that's what it was, and he's under attack. He's under attack. His school is under attack. To the point where their senior director gets the quote of the day on this. Her name is Victoria McGee. And she said, "We believe our students are more than a test score." Yes, our students, yes, they come to us and they are behind. And we do our best, and we have some strategic things that we're putting in place to help our students move along the way. So we're excited. Here's my thing, folks. First and foremost, leave LeBron alone. Leave LeBron James alone. Okay? LeBron James, what is LeBron James? He's a basketball player. He is, in many people's eyes, some of you call him the GOAT, which are wrong. He's not. Is he a top 5, top 2 guy? I mean, it depends. People say Jordan. People say LeBron, right? Of course, I say it's Michael. But he is, can't take it away from him, the NBA's all-time leading scorer, no question, as he did it this year with 38,652 points, okay, in the regular season. LeBron James, when you look at LeBron James, are you ever going to see educator on his wiki? I don't think so. On his Wikipedia, I don't think so. And I don't think NBA.com, you're not going to see educator. Okay? Leave the man alone. Okay? He put his finances to back the school, and as you see, these children, these kids were already behind the 8 ball. So he opened up the school to help any way he can, and this is not bash LeBron. Sorry. This is not what LeBron does, right? He's not an educator. He's not. He just puts the money behind it. Now it's up to the school to figure it out, as the I Promise school is struggling big time. I was reading here that in respect to the test scores and all, you know, they have also looked to, I believe they did hire, but it's not even, I believe, they also, you know, with the school, they're struggling right now, no question. The school was open, in 2018, 2019. The goal here is hopefully, I mean, they're under new leadership. Hopefully they can help. But look, listen, If these kids come to the school already behind the eight ball, you think it's just going to happen like this overnight? Come on, man. You think it's going to happen like this overnight? Opening up a school like this, it's established to give kids like this behind the eight ball some hope. So we're going to see what happens. You know, we're going to see what happens with the school. But you know, everybody wants to take LeBron to task for this. He's not an educator, y'all. That's not what he does. He plays hoops. He plays hoops, and he puts his finances behind things that, you know. And this is a big deal. What Bron did, this was a big deal. So, you know, they're saying this is a low, the just the scores in general, lowest statewide and everything like that. I'm sure they're going to figure it out, find something to do. They have a new principal in place, and Miss Stephanie Davis. Let's see what this newfound leadership can do. But, and I get it, these kids, they're not making the numbers math wise, 0%, 7th and 8th grade, and just as a whole not doing well. But here's the thing: is this really what? I mean, and I get it, LeBron, you've got kids at your school not doing well, but is this really what he needs 8 days after his son went through cardiac arrest? Is this really what LeBron needs? This is not what he, I'm sure I think this will be addressed. I'm sure he will address it. I'm sure he had people like, we've got to figure this out. Obviously, they've got the new principal in place. But I mean, 8 days ago, his life was in the balance, right? Cardiac arrest, anybody who you hear cardiac arrest, it's not a game. Still waiting to find out what happens with Bronny, if he's done with basketball or not. But look, he's a basketball player who had his heart in the right place, who has his heart in the right place, and who I believe is going to continue to do the right thing by others. So I'm not sitting here knocking LeBron right now. The school is doing bad. They just have to address it. And hopefully we look down the road and hopefully the kids are doing well. Now, I want to address another thing that was NBA wide, was addressed NBA wide a few days ago. I don't know if I spoke about it in passing, but I'm going to do it now. As Commissioner Silver addressed Dame Lillard and his agent Aaron Goodwin with Dame Lillard about, July 1st? He requested a trade, and guess what? Still a Blazer. And he said, he addressed the fact that Dame Lillard, and through his agent, said that any other team that trades for Dame time, is going to have a problem on their hands because he may not show up. He'll be disgruntled, yada, yada, yada. And look, I understand this, right? Dame Lillard is a player with 4 years, $220 million left on his deal. So does he have leverage? He doesn't. But you would hope Portland would do the right thing by him. I mean, some people would say, well, they paid him, Sam. They gave him the bag, Sam. What else can they do? You're right. I get it. But at the same time, he's been loyal. Dame was the one who said he was not trying to form a super team. Forming Voltron was not really what Dame wanted to do. How quickly the tables have turned, as Dame now is like saying, you know what? Maybe I do need some help. And he gave them an option, right? He gave them the opportunity. They're like, look, listen, can we trade that third pick? Don't worry about Scoot Henderson. And can you get me some help and I'll stay? They said, Dame, thank you for the advice, but we're going to do what we need to do. So I get why the NBA said this. You know why the NBA said this? 304 million reasons that was given to Jaylen Brown. You know, with all this money being doled around, you cannot have guys talking about, if you don't do this, then I'm not going to play here. Commissioner Silver said, you know what? Cut the nonsense. Cut it out. We're not playing these games. So I get it. Look, Aaron Goodwin was just letting people know, he wants to go to South Beach. Can we make this happen? That's all he was trying to say. And I hope it happens. Because you know what? Like Paul Pierce said, I don't think it's a given that team is a champion automatically. You know, some of these moves that you're seeing, and I think it's going to happen. It's a matter of when, right? We have less than 3 months before the NBA season kicks off, right? My thing is Miami a given to win it all? With Jimmy Butler, Bam, and Dame? Who's the bench? I know Paul Pierce said it and people are like, wait, what? I don't think they're given to win the East. You know, I don't think they're given to win the East. Same way I told y'all, I don't know if the Suns are given to win the West. I think there's a lot of parity in the league. So it's going to be very interesting. I had no problem with the NBA saying this because the NBA is like, hey, look, we can't just let this rock. We can't let guys who it would be different if Dame, right, had 1 year left on his deal and could walk. That's totally different. It is. Because he's saying, go ahead and trade for him. He won't sign. That's different than a guy with a 4-year, $220 million deal saying, I won't report. I'll hold out. I'm not going to show up. I won't be happy. Come on. Come on now. Now, as we close with our By the Way segment, Eduardo Rodriguez of the Tigers, who's currently playing with the Detroit Tigers at 48-60, had an opportunity to go to a contender out west in the LA Dodgers, who are 60-45. He has a no trade clause, one of those 10 teams that he can say no. He declined it to stay on a losing team. All right. Got to do what you got to do for yourself and your family. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Folks, I am on social media, on Facebook at Sam I Analyze, on the gram at Sam I Analyze, on le Twitter at Sam I Analyze. Folks, please like, subscribe, share, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thank you very much. Have a good night. And as always, à tout à l'heure.